Money bags. Money bags. Money bags.
Marco Polo, just in case anybody gets lost.
Like
Still at
this.
15 and 16.
Like the submarine?
Oh, no, I was hoping it didn't go there.
No, just ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
it is I. As you can see, that kid in my fucking face, man. Fuck. It is I, the Dreadhead monster, Mr. NWO, hardcore champ. Yeah. Got my guy here, formerly
poppin'? Formerly known as the former known as Blame Darius. We'll see what my name is next week. What's poppin'? Thank you for tuning in.
Are you gonna get a name next week?
Thank you for tuning in once again to the Not Your Average Wrestling Show.
I was excited.
Who we have over there, man? T.Knight.
Yeah, T.Knight through.
Good to see you, bro.
Appreciate you falling through, T.Knight.
Man.
Fresh from 100 Sports. Shout out, man. T.Knight, man. You know, we're talking about wrestling, obviously, here tonight. Were you ever a wrestling fan, or do you remember wrestling? Or
I would say, and we can always agree to disagree, but I think the golden era, and this is my favorite era, was between probably 95 to 2003, when you had The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Rocky Maivia, you know, Stone Cold, you know, like that
you're a
era.
man of numbers. You're a man of numbers. But
That was not the golden
that was
era.
not the
That
golden.
was
We will tell you what the golden era was.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Go
shit.
ahead.
It is fine. Guess what? We will give you some material later. We will
Okay.
pinpoint you to some matches.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
We'll
what was
hook
going
you
with
up.
that.
But it's all right. Sometimes you just got to bring it back. Look, and we got you. See, sometimes we will teach you at 100 Sports.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with learning. We'll give you a pamphlet on the way out.
Okay. I got
Golden area, no problem.
it. All right.
But guess what? These two moves
Mm.
that we're talking about first,
Ah, I like that. I like that.
I think that they would have to be in the golden era.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you introducing or I'm introducing?
You can introduce them because I am not a fan of both of these moves. There, I said it. Boom. We'll talk about that later.
Well, we can talk about that later. The two moves that we put against each other, and we got a couple votes. Sharpshooter versus the figure four. I really like the Sharpshooter. As everybody probably knows that watches, I'm a big on Hart fan. So, you know, the Hart family, that was my thing. So, you know, that Sharpshooter was kind of like passed down through the family. So, it was a good move to me. Figure four, kind of goes with, you know, if you gotta, if you can't beat the man,
Boom.
Yeah.
who did it better?
And both moves, by the way, are real wrestling moves.
Are real moves
Yeah.
that you will tap out to. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, when you know, I will just say for me, it would be the Sharpshooter as well. I think when you think about like the aggression and of course the way he died probably made it even better. Chris Benoit, like when he did it, didn't it look like very painful? That vein coming out of his neck. Ah.
Chris Benoit had a good one.
This vein was.
That vein was just you just
It
know.
was a fat ass. Pause.
Yeah, Chris Benoit had a good one. Cesaro does a decent one.
Cesaro does a decent
these days.
Yeah.
But from the voting wise, the Sharpshooter took it.
Absolutely. I mean, if you ask me, I would give it to the Sharpshooter as well. Growing up, I wasn't a fan. Growing up as a young lad on South Side Chicago, I wasn't a fan of neither one. Why? Because I was always had a disdain in my heart for Ric Flair. Never been a Ric Flair fan. You know, he's the typical bad. He's the top bad guy. He's in my Mount Everest. Not Mount Everest. Yeah. So he's. I wasn't a fan of his also when I was young. Especially when he went against the whole anti-USA thing, but that's another story.
Which was in the golden era.
Which was not in the fucking golden era. Excuse me, young lads out there, if you're watching. I'll try not to do that again. But the Sharpshooter was, although I thought it was boring, and personally my favorite.
That motherfucker was cool,
Crab.
man.
He made it look cool too. I like, well, you know what? No. I was about to say Scorpion Deathlock, but that's not a sharpshooter. That's more of the Texas clothing.
Was that Eddie Guerrero?
Oh no, actually, no, that was Sting.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's kind of both.
It's kind of both. Yeah.
When you tie it in, it's really the same shit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I like to watch Sting a lot more than I like watching
Sting's
Bret Hart.
did look better than Bret Hart's. I would agree with you there.
And Bret Hart is the man. You know.
Speaking of masks, didn't Rey Mysterio do that as well?
I don't recall Rey Mysterio doing that. Do you?
What, the sharpshooter?
Yeah. Some of the sharpshooter?
The string for a leg lock, and he had both, I think.
Nah, not Ray. Thank you.
Okay.
Eddie threw in some, and that is why we're going to show him the golden arrow.
Hey, fuck exactly, okay? Excuse us. But yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. You know,
nothing wrong at all.
When we bring him back the next time, he'll be the golden arrow king.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Especially
He's a good guy.
he's gonna get those years right.
So
Okay.
let's move to the current product.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my heart is broke.
We finally got there.
Oh man, but
we finally got there.
The bloodline is no more ... as we know it. And those were the words said by commentators. As we know it. So if you're not hip on what happened, we finally had a mega conclusion to the bloodline story. And Jay and Jimmy were there, and Jay had to choose sides, pick a side between Roman and Solo or Jimmy. And Jay told Jimmy that he was out. And as we've seen on YouTube 1,000 times, at least myself, and he turned around and delivered one of the best super kicks to Roman. And fuck, Roman sold that. Oh my gosh. That whole scene. And then there's a 15-minute montage. I'm gonna get, man, listen, this is the best thing that's happened in wrestling right now, okay? Now we're not talking about what's going on in AEW and Impact and all these. This is the best thing that was happening in WWE right now. Or wrestling in general.
No, wrestling in general.
Yeah.
This storyline is carried over 3 years. It's giving you a 1,000-day championship reign. It bought Solo out of NXT. It gave you one of the longest running tag team champions ever. I mean, come on, what else could you?
Uzi. It gave you Uzi.
Oh, we didn't even mention Sammy.
Shit's Uzi, son.
And I do gotta okay.
Man.
Vote. Which walkout was better?
Jimmy J. Jay and Jimmy.
You don't think Sammy with the choke?
That was a good one, but you kind of saw that. You saw that happening. We didn't see it so soon, didn't expect it so soon, but we saw that happening. Jay and Jimmy, because that was a great super kick, and then they gave him a double super kick in the way Roman sold that shit like his. Come on, man. God damn, that was so. And then they have a steel shot. With Jay delivering a super kick. And this is what I love about performance, man. Like, if you look at that steel shot, fucking Jay, the way his leg is extended, Jay, no sense, but Jay's head is like going the opposite way, and he's like in full fucking vein. Man, dude.
Oh,
you see, he put us all. I mean, these guys perform, man, on a fucking weekly basis, and I love it, man. Oh my god.
The only thing that I don't like, Solo was kind of slow with the trigger.
That's Solo. No, that worked. That worked. He sat there, he said, what the fuck is going on? He processing this shit.
And yeah. But
so what happens next?
They progressed it really fast.
That's a great question.
Money in the Bank.
The
brothers
against Solo and Roman.
Against Solo and Roman. We get to see it a little bit earlier. I thought that they would wait till SummerSlam because it was in Detroit, but you had to get London something. So what I think happens next is I don't think we get a clear-cut winner here either. We probably get something that holds us over to SummerSlam. Where Darius is, or the guy formerly known as Darius, has been clamoring.
Blame Darius. Okay, we're gonna give him the memo pack too.
Comedian.
What he's been clamoring for is more members.
They're coming, man. Hey,
which I don't see where they could come from. But there are more members,
so
but the more famous members would be signed to another company right now.
You don't need the famous guy. Listen, I say this all the time about factions. If you are a wrestler doing shit right now, or if you are a shit wrestler, all you need to do is join a faction. You can be in the background and develop your character. I could join a faction on WWE and be okay. We don't need any stars right now. Was Solo a star? He was a rising star. We don't need any stars. We just need more Bloodline members. And we know.
But most of them are signed to other fucking places.
But there are more. And if you build it, they will come.
Well, you know what? I won't argue with him. Because the one thing he was right about was bring back the factions. And guess what? They brought back the factions.
Speaking of which, thank you. That was my hashtag for last year, the past 2 years. I told y'all before. I don't know if I said it. I said it. Anyway, hashtag this time is let Randy retire. Okay, Randy Orton is great. He's a GOAT. That's fine and dandy. Everybody on the wrestling scene, these guys, I'm in these blogs on Facebook, social medias and all that, and they want this guy to come back. Okay, bring him back to finish out. Have one match or go out on his terms, a good end, on good terms. That's cool. Other than that, let Randy retire. We don't need him to have a belt. We don't need him to win a Royal fucking Rumble.
I think you're kind of late to the party. I think he's out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't think he's coming back.
He's not coming back. I'm telling y'all out there to let him retire. Why are you sitting right here? Let the man retire.
I don't think it's worth the faction. I mean,
hashtag? I definitely think it's worth the hashtag.
Wrestling boots already in the rafters?
Nah, I don't know if
they deserve to be.
They definitely deserve to be, though. Absolutely.
There was greatness again in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Woo!
Chicago is a great wrestling city, man.
It's a great wrestling city. I love it, baby. Ah, man, I wish we had that restaurant. That bar that was out here owned by Victoria. It was called Square Circle. A few years ago, she just moved out of here, or moved the restaurant out. It was a great wrestling bar, man. They had wrestling-themed burgers and sandwiches and all that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
Makes his return to wrestling. Makes his return to Chicago.
Who was by side?
FTR.
FTR.
I love FTR. Man.
I've grown to like these guys.
It's pure wrestling at its finest. Those guys are like a real throwback. You know what they're a throwback to?
the golden era.
See, we got him.
We got him. We took care of
teach him, man.
It worked. We're
gonna get him there. There was these guys called the Brain. Wait till we show you the Brain Busters.
Oh no, my God. I remember.
My God.
Y'all acting like 40 years old in this joint.
No, it's just the timeline. We just gotta get you right on the time. The multiverse. I watched. And I went to go see the fucking Flash. My dad loved it.
I gotta see the Flash. I saw Transformers.
But still, as fuck DC. That's a hashtag.
No. That's another.
Whoa, no, wait. I'm not with the. That's his. Hey, listen, y'all.
This guy. This guy.
Talk.
Michael Keaton was fucking fantastic.
Oh, that's great.
That's great. But back to CM Punk.
Yeah.
After all the trouble that happened in AEW, we finally get to see him back in the ring. The guys looked good. I'm a big fan of CM Punk. I think they call themselves CMFTR when they're together. And they went against Bullet Gold and Samoa Joe. It was also a big thing to see CM Punk and Samoa Joe in the same ring. I think it's probably been like 15 years or some shit like that.
His last time was what, Ring of Honor?
And that's kind of like, mind-boggling because, at some point, they was both in the WWF together, so... They did some... maybe they was even in Impact at around the same time, so I would have to do some research on that, but I would think that, they crossed paths a lot, after their Ring of Honor days, so...
When was that?
I'm gonna have to look at it because they was both in the companies at the same time, so I'm not sure, or, maybe it was just bad timing. But they did serve, I believe, in the WWE at the same time. But Samoa Joe was injured so much in the WWF.
Oh, my God.
Was this after the golden era?
You get one. He gets one. Give one. No. You got a dapple. Dapple. He gets one for the golden era. Yeah. Fuck the mic. So you got one. Fantastic weekend for wrestling.
Sorry. Samoa Joe, he's in a new Twisted Metal movie with Anthony Mackie.
I put the trailer on my reel like a couple maybe 2-3 weeks ago. Some funny shit.
Hey.
But yeah, definitely shout out to him on other endeavors. Do we got anything else before we leave?
Man, I don't know. Shout out Premium Pro Wrestling.
When we going back?
shucks, we can go back soon, man. We can actually.
We had a good time.
Y'all can do a live podcast.
We'll talk.
We're in discussion.
We can go within the next couple weeks for sure.
We had a fucking fantastic time.
Great
got to
time,
watch some
man.
great matches.
Match with Marcus.
Which
the Science. He's not the Science anymore. He's the King. Okay. We had Leo out there, Brendan out there, and Los Lobos, I believe. It was a 4-way match.
Which venue is this?
This was all the way out in fucking Woodstock, Illinois.
God damn.
We had a nice drive and some nice gas station pizza. It was a fucking wonderful time.
Great gas station pizza. That was the highlight of the night. Y'all, the tag team champs, they didn't go. We were there though.
We were there. See, they were the ones to defend the belts.
Hey, where can they find you? Where can they find us? Listen, YouTube.
Best fucking YouTube channel in the